So a recent interview conducted and published by GNN Gamer has caused a bit of intrigue in the Persona community. The person interviewed was none other than Naoto Hiraoka, a director for Atlus's console game software division. He was asked by GNN a variety of questions, some that are more interesting than others. Let's start off by mentioning that this interview unveiled the current sales for Persona 5. Persona 5 is currently at 2.4 million in global unit sales, which is actually pretty amazing for the series. Anyways, the more interesting questions asked in this interview pertain to future Persona projects and how likely we are to see some games. The first question I want to draw attention to is adding more fuel to an already immaculate fire. GNN asked Hiraoka, because Persona 5 is not currently on a Nintendo platform, but its first presence will be its participation in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, does this mean that Persona 5 series will be present on a Nintendo platform? Hiraoka responds by saying, "We don't have a specific answer to give for that question, but I personally think that the Nintendo Switch is a very attractive platform." So to translate, he's basically saying no but yes. A Switch port of Persona 5 is basically an inevitability at this point. However, the most intriguing question in this whole interview is when GNN asks, after the launch of Persona 5, the Persona IP can be said to be unprecedentedly hot. Many players hope the first two games of the modern series, Persona 4 and Persona 3, can be re-released on current platforms. Does Atlus have any such plans? Hiraoka responds by saying, "Although we can't specifically tell you anything at the moment, we have always received a lot of suggestions from the players. We have received and understood the voices of the players, and if there is an opportunity, we will actively discuss it." This response is interesting to me, as usually execs will have some default PR response to a product that isn't in active development, and it's usually along the lines of, "There are currently no plans for so-and-so game, but we are hard at work on so-and-so projects." Hiraoka breaks this norm by saying at the beginning that he can't tell us anything at this moment, and if there is an opportunity, we will actively discuss it. So what do I think this means? I think that due to Persona 5's massive popularity, Atlus is going to try to strike while the iron is hot by either remaking, remastering, or just porting Persona 3 FES with the extra content from Portable and Persona 4 Golden to PlayStation 4, and maybe Switch. It's a super baseless claim, but we can already see Atlus trying to take advantage of their Persona IP with the release of Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, Persona Q2, and the upcoming Persona 5 The Royal and Persona 5S. That's 5 Persona games in the span of 2 years. Speaking of Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, in the game, locations for Persona 3 were completely remade in the Persona 5 engine along with new Persona 3 character models. It would be a shame to only use these environments and models for P3 Dancing. Personally, I can see a Persona 3 remake in the works. P3 is great, the story that was told with these cast of characters is so beautiful, and it's a shame that not many people are going back to experience it due to its dated mechanics. In my perfect world, a P3 remake would entail combat and exploration that is more in line with how P5 is structured. No overhead camera, a controllable party, abilities gained through social links, etc. As for Persona 4, I think Persona 4 Golden re-release would suffice for now, as P4G is a near perfect game. Nevertheless, it's a great time to be a Persona fan. April is going to be a big month for us, so I'm excited to just go along for this ride and see if any of my predictions are right.